For fans of Little People, Big World, LPBW, the Roloff family has been a source of inspiration, strength, and emotional connection for over a decade. From Matt and Amy Roloff's early days running the family farm to their children growing up in front of the cameras, the show has chronicled the joys, challenges, and heartbreaks of living life with dwarfism. Now, as Tori Roloff steps into her own spotlight as a mother, she finds herself facing one of the most difficult chapters of her life, preparing her daughter Lilah for surgery that could change everything. Tori Roloff, known for her candor, vulnerability, and humor on Little People, Big World has never shied away from sharing the highs and lows of her journey with dwarfism. Her openness has made her a relatable figure not only to fans of the show, but also to others in the little person community. However, nothing in her personal experience could have fully prepared her for the emotional roller coaster of being a mother to a child who may face similar medical challenges. Lilah Grace Roloff, born in April 2019 to Tori and Dean Slade, was welcomed into the world with love and excitement. As a baby, she appeared healthy and happy, bringing joy to the entire Roloff family. But as she grew older, concerns began to arise about potential health complications related to her skeletal dysplasia, a form of dwarfism inherited genetically. While both Tori and Dean are little people, they carry different types of dwarfism, which means their child could inherit either condition or a combination of both. This genetic uncertainty adds an extra layer of complexity when it comes to predicting and managing Lilah's medical needs. The decision to proceed with surgery came after months of consultations, evaluations, and careful monitoring by specialists. For Tori and Dean, this wasn't a choice made lightly. It involved countless appointments, sleepless nights filled with research, and emotionally draining conversations with doctors. The surgery in question is likely limb lengthening, a procedure that has become increasingly common among individuals with dwarfism who choose to undergo treatment to increase height and improve mobility. While the surgery can offer significant benefits, it also comes with risks, pain, and a long recovery process. As a mother, Tori's emotions are raw and complex. She knows firsthand what it's like to live with dwarfism, not just the physical challenges, but the social stigma, accessibility issues, and societal expectations that often accompany it. At the same time, she cherishes her identity and doesn't regret the life she's lived. Watching her daughter potentially go through a similar path and making decisions on her behalf is a weighty responsibility. In recent episodes of Little People, Big World Tori has opened up about her fears and doubts. She worries about whether she's making the right decision for Lilah. Is she doing this for her daughter's future, or is she projecting her own insecurities onto her? These questions haunt her. In one particularly emotional scene, Tori tearfully admits that she wants Lilah to have choices she didn't have. That if there's a way to give her daughter more independence, better mobility, and fewer limitations, she feels obligated to explore it. But the fear of the unknown looms large. Tori knows that surgery is not a guarantee of a better life, it's a gamble. There's always the possibility of complications, infections, or outcomes that fall short of expectations. And then there's the pain. Limb lengthening surgery involves breaking bones and slowly stretching them apart using external fixators, a process that can take months and requires immense physical and emotional resilience. For a young child like Lilah, who is still so small and innocent, the idea of putting her through such a grueling ordeal is heartbreaking. Tori isn't alone in this journey. Dean, her husband and Lilah's father, has been a pillar of support throughout the process. Their relationship has evolved significantly since their early days on the show, and now they're navigating parenthood together with a sense of maturity and teamwork. Dean, too, understands the complexities of the decision, having gone through limb lengthening surgery himself as a teenager. He offers a unique perspective, having experienced both the benefits and the challenges of the procedure. Together, they'd had long conversations about what's best for Lilah, not just medically, but emotionally and psychologically. One of the most powerful moments captured on the show is when Tori sits down with her parents, Matt and Amy Roloff, to talk about her fears. Both Matt and Amy have seen their children grow up dealing with the realities of dwarfism, and they've supported each other through every challenge. Sitting at the kitchen table where so many family discussions have taken place, Tori asks her parents point blank, "Did you ever regret not doing surgeries for me?" Amy, visibly moved, responds that they always wanted what was best for her and that they tried to make decisions based on love and guidance. Matt chimes in, emphasizing that every child's journey is different and that ultimately the most important thing is giving Lilah the tools to live her life confidently and happily. This conversation brings Tori some comfort, but it doesn't erase her anxiety. She knows that no matter how much advice she receives or how many experts she consults, the final decision rests with her and Dean. And that responsibility is overwhelming. Beyond the medical and emotional aspects, there's also the logistical side of preparing for surgery. Coordinating time off work, arranging childcare for their son Jackson, born in 2021, and ensuring that Lilah's routine remains as stable as possible during this uncertain time. All of these factors add to the stress. Tori shares on the show that she's struggling to balance her role as a mother with her responsibilities to her online presence and brand partnerships. She admits to feeling guilty when she's not able to be as present as she'd like, but also acknowledges that she's trying her best in an impossible situation. Fans of LPBW have rallied around Tori, offering messages of support, empathy, and encouragement. Many viewers have shared their own stories of undergoing limb-lengthening surgery or watching loved ones go through it. Some praise Tori for her bravery and transparency, while others respectfully express differing opinions about the ethics of performing such procedures on children. Tori reads these comments carefully, absorbing both the kindness and the criticism. She recognizes that this is a deeply personal decision that won't resonate the same way with everyone, but she also believes that sharing her story can help others feel less alone. As the surgery date approaches, Tori becomes more focused on staying strong for Lilah. She begins explaining the upcoming changes in simple terms, helping her daughter understand that she'll be going to a special hospital where doctors will help her legs get stronger. She uses books, toys, and positive reinforcement to frame the experience in a way that makes sense for a toddler. Still, there are moments when Tori breaks down behind closed doors, overwhelmed by the reality of what's ahead. On the day of the surgery, the Roloff household is filled with nervous energy. Friends and family gather to offer support, sending prayers and good vibes. Tori and Dean hold hands tightly as they wait outside the operating room, whispering words of encouragement to each other. When the doctor finally emerges with news that the surgery went well, there's a collective sigh of relief, but the real test is yet to come. The recovery process is long and challenging. Lilah must learn to navigate life with external fixators attached to her legs, requiring daily adjustments and constant care. Tori takes on the role of nurse, therapist, and cheerleader all at once. She documents parts of the journey on social media, showing the painful moments alongside the progress Lilah makes. She doesn't shy away from showing the bruises, the tears, the frustration, but also the milestones, the laughter, and the love. Throughout it all, Tori reflects on her own childhood and adolescence, drawing parallels between her experiences and those of her daughter. She realizes that while the circumstances may differ, the core of what she wants for Lilah remains the same: happiness, confidence, and the ability to live life on her own terms. In a heartfelt monologue shared on her Instagram, Tori written, "Becoming a parent has changed me in ways I never imagined. Every decision I make for Lilah carries so much weight because I know how impactful they can be on her life. I used to think I knew what was best, but now I see that sometimes the hardest part of being a parent is learning to let go and trust your child to find their own path. I don't know exactly what kind of woman Lilah will grow up to be, but I do know that I want her to feel empowered, loved, and free to choose her own adventure." By the time Lilah reaches the end of her recovery phase, she's walking again, with a new kind of strength and determination. Tori watches her daughter run across the yard with Jackson chasing after her, and she feels a mix of pride and bittersweet emotion. She knows this is just the beginning of many challenges Lilah will face, but she also knows that her daughter is surrounded by a family that will always fight for her. Looking back on the experience, Tori admits that the fear never completely goes away. Motherhood, especially in the context of raising a child with special needs, is a constant balancing act between protection and empowerment. But she also believes that by sharing her family's story, she's helping to break down barriers and spark meaningful conversations about disability, autonomy, and love. Little People, Big World has always been more than just a reality show. It's a platform for storytelling, education, and human connection. Through Tori's journey with Lilah, the series continues to shed light on the realities of living with dwarfism, the complexity of parental decision-making, and the unbreakable bond between a mother and her child. As the camera pans out on the Roloff farmhouse, with the sunset casting golden light over the fields, viewers are reminded that life, no matter how big or small, is full of challenges, choices, and moments worth fighting for. And for Tori Roloff, every step Lilah takes is a testament to courage, hope, and the enduring power of love.